Hi, this is going to be a hot take for some people, but I think it needs to be said because I see this discourse every year and it drives me insane. When it comes to Christmas and Remembrance Day, most of y'all who get in a tizzy about people not respecting the vets and not honoring them because Christmas decorations are going up and people are excited for the holiday don't actually give a flying fuck about veterans. Now, before you get into a rage, listen to everything I'm about to say, all right? Because if you comment some dumbass stuff in my comment section and you clearly didn't watch the whole video, I am going to roast you. So let me just start off by saying I think Remembrance Day is a very important day. I think we should honor our veterans. I am old enough that I had grandparents who served in World War II. And not just my grandfathers, my grandmother was in the Women's Auxiliary in England, okay? So it was ingrained in me from a very young age, the sacrifice and the bullshit that they had to go through so that I could enjoy the life that I have. I have a deep respect for anybody who signs up to serve their country knowing full well they may not come home, or if they do come home, they ain't coming home the same. It's not a job I want, and I have respect for anybody who wants to do that. That being said, some of the people who are absolutely obnoxious and loud and go into a rage when they don't see someone wearing a poppy or they see somebody getting excited about Christmas and they're like, you have to respect the vets. You have to respect the vets. You shouldn't be talking about Christmas at all. You don't care about them. And you want to know how I know that? Because not a peep from you about how important the vets are for the rest of the year. The veterans only seem to matter for 2 weeks in November and then everybody forgets about them. Two things can be true at once. Someone can be excited about the Christmas season and also respect veterans. It doesn't have to be either or. Okay? Just throwing that out there, it's not the end of the world. And no, it is not a slap in the face to veterans if somebody is excited that Christmas music is playing or wants to put their decorations up early. You can still wear a poppy. You can still donate money to help the vets. You can still attend a Remembrance Day service and do all the other things I just mentioned. The vast majority of people's activism is performative. I wore a poppy and I put a post on Facebook, so I'm a good person. I support the vets. Look at me. I did my part. And look, there's nothing wrong with doing that. I do that. Okay? But if you are then criticizing other people because they posted that they put up their Christmas decorations and you're going, how dare you? This is for the veterans. You shouldn't be doing that. Shame, shame, shame. But you do fuck all for the rest of the year. Shut your mouth. Just shut up. You're so obnoxious and you're not actually doing anything except getting people to argue with one another. That's it. That's all you're doing. And I want to make something clear. If all that you can do is spend a couple of dollars to donate to the vets and put on a poppy, and maybe you have a moment of silence on the 11th, and that's it, that's all you can do, that's okay. Little things do matter. And it's nice that you remember and you take that time. That might be all you're capable of doing. We are all overworked and underpaid and stressed. Not everyone has the capacity or the means to do lots of volunteering, to donate lots of money. I get it. I would love to be able to volunteer more than I do. I would love to be able to donate more than I do, but I can't. I just can't. I have to work all the time. I need almost all of the money that I do have for my bills. I would love to be able to do more. It doesn't mean I don't care. And I'm not saying because you can only wear a poppy and do a social media post that what you're doing means nothing. That's not it. I get mad at the people who only do that and then have the audacity to go around shaming other people. And when it comes to poppies, I had a lady yell at me one year for not wearing a poppy. The thing is, I had been wearing a poppy, and I'm sure you know where this is going. It fell off. They fall off really easily, and I didn't realize it was gone. And this woman was like, you should be wearing a poppy. And I was like, okay, I'm not. But I usually end up buying at least 10 of the damn things because I lose it every day. Okay? Like, just leave people alone. Someone not wearing a poppy doesn't equal I hate veterans. Also, someone being excited for Christmas doesn't equal I hate veterans. And I'm going to hold your hand while I say this. There are people who choose not to wear a poppy. They choose not to go to Remembrance Day services or do anything because they don't care. Because they don't care. And my grandparents fought for people to have the right to choose what they want to do, to have the freedom of choice. So if they don't want to do it, they don't have to. And you don't have to agree with that. You don't have to like that. And if someone says to you, hey, I think fuck the veterans, I don't give a shit, you have every right to give them a piece of your mind for that. You're allowed to do that. But they're also allowed to have that opinion, okay? They're also allowed to think that. And you're allowed to think they're a shitty person for it. But there's a difference between those people and someone who's just excited about the holidays, okay? And this isn't just veterans. If you think about it, at Christmas time, everybody suddenly remembers that homeless people exist and we have to raise money and donate food and do food drives for the homeless so they can eat at Christmas time. It's the same with kids. We're gonna get toys for the children so that they can have a toy on Christmas. Kids are poor all year round. Kids need food all year round. Kids need clothes and shelter all year round. But a lot of us only focus on them at Christmas. It's a year-round problem. Same with the vets. But instead of sniping at one another because you don't think someone is being respectful enough or showing patriotism in a way that you deem appropriate, just stop. You don't need to shame people for being excited. And you are making an assumption because someone is excited about Christmas that they don't care about veterans. It's so stupid. If you made it to the end of this rant, congratulations, you have a good attention span. And I'm gonna know that a lot of people didn't based on the comments. I know. There's gonna be some winners in there for sure. So just remember, friends, two things can be true. Someone can be excited about Christmas and still have plans to honor veterans on Remembrance Day. It doesn't have to be either or. And if you don't want to celebrate or have anything to do with Christmas time until after the 11th, that is perfectly fine and acceptable. Okay? Just let people enjoy things. We live in hard enough times. Let's not fight over stuff like this because it's really not going to accomplish anything. Okay? Okay. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you real soon.